Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut up a t-shirt so that it has a fun design. I don't have a finished product yet, but you'll see it at the end. So first what I do is I cut the
collar off. This is kind of an arbitrary thing. It's whether or not you want to do it, but I don't really like collars on t-shirts, and so I just cut this off.
and then I also cut off some of the length of the sleeve. Just it's all
It's an arbitrary thing, but it adds a little extra shazam to it.
And then to make it the same length, I just lay it on top and cut. Alright, now we move to the back, which is where it gets fun. So what you do is you take, my shirts are always kind of folded in half, so I take the seam that seems to show up and make sure that you only have the back here because you're going to be cutting this side. And so you don't want to cut the front of your shirt because otherwise you'll look very silly. And so then you just kind of make sure that it's flat, and then you take a long flat object and kind of make a triangular shape with the back of that. It can be kind of at whatever angle, but you probably don't, I don't always cut all the way down to the bottom because you don't want your shirt to be all the way messed up. And then what I do is, here, we'll put it this way. Actually, I'm doing it just on this side. So then I start with about a thumb width of fabric and just cut back. And then I do it again and just cut back. Now, as you're going down, you're going to kind of come at an angle, like how far this back it comes down at an angle. And you can kind of adjust it still. It's better to not have writing on the back of your shirt because that makes it harder for the next. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, so then what happens is we stretch out the shirt, or we put it back like a normal shirt is, and then we stretch out each of these strips that we just cut. The stretching out just makes it so that way whenever you wash the shirt, like it's all just like, it's gonna get stretched out anyway, so you may as well just do it the first thing. And I like to do it one by one just because it has a
more finished look to it. I like to just use old t-shirts for this because I don't like to mess up t-shirts that I do like, so it just makes room for error, I guess. I'm going to keep stretching them. Once you have them stretched out individually, you can kind of stretch them out in groups.
Okay, now for the weaving part. So what you do is, can you see the difference? Okay. You start with the first one and you put it over and then under. And then now you have this second one as the one that you're going to put over and then under. And then you do it again with all of them. So I'll just go slowly. You pull this over and then put the other one over. You pull the under one over. And then you just kind of keep pulling them through. And I stretch them out so that way the weaving stays on the side. And you just keep pulling the next strand thing through the hole that you created by pulling the previous strand through. I know it's a little hard to see because it's white, but and then once I get to the end, which is this last one here, this project requires no sewing. I cut this last bit in half and just tie each of the ends into a knot, so that way it doesn't move.
And it's better to do double knot because then it just moves less. You can make that happen, which I'm struggling with. But it will.
And then you can do another layer if you want, but for this project, all you need to do is one. And so then that's your finished product. And then you can just kind of, and it's perfectly washable. It's not going to fall out in the washer or anything. And that's how you possess a shirt.